Hello, hi Brenda. How are you today? I'm doing good. Doing good. It's windy as heck here though. Took my dog outside and thought it was gonna blow away. You can tell by my hair, it's all sticking up now. Ugh. Hi Holly. Well, happy belated birthday to you, Miss Holly. I saw that Rick spoiled you and your daughter. Good morning, Gail. It is a windy day, that's for sure. I had to hold on to the front door so it didn't blow away when I took my doggie out. It's crazy. We'll wait. We'll wait for a few more seconds or so, see if we get some more people on. Hi, Mary Lou. Hope you're doing good this morning. I can hear the wind out there. I hope we don't lose our connection or anything. So far, it's been really good. But you know, you never know. It's windy, windy. Hi, Karen. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start, mainly because I'm doing 4 cards today. So this is like a different thing for me, but that's okay. Just remember that what's going on with Stampin' Up? The last chance sale is going to start April 9th, and the list is out. I need to send that out to my email list and stuff. I haven't done that yet. Life's been crazy. We're still working on our bathroom, and it is like crazy, crazy, crazy. Hopefully, it'll be done by the end of the week because my family's coming over Sunday. But anyway, just one of those days in the Holmes household, you know, that's how it goes. Um, but they don't have much going on right now. Just the new catalog will be coming out the 1st of May. If you need a catalog, if you don't have a demonstrator that gets you a catalog, please let me know. You can drop it in the comments or send me a private message, whatever, and I'll make sure you get a catalog. Because I want to make sure everybody that wants one and that would like to have would get one, because you know it is like our shopping store, just like you go into Walmart or anywhere, you can walk into my store online or through a catalog. And I personally like catalogs. I don't know, old school I guess, but I just like looking at the pictures and stuff in them a little bit better and flipping back and forth. I'm a flipper, so there we go. So today's class is based on DSP that's leaving. I thought, what DSP have I not used a lot of? And I need to use it up and just see what I could do. And I came up with Masterfully Made, which is the DSP that's got a lot that looks like torn paper. And as you can see, I've now got a bunch of it cut up. But there's a lot of different papers. My husband's coming downstairs. He's home awful early. Did you get all your shots?
Got 3.
Just 1 second, guys.
I'm done with my cluster.
Oh, good. Okay, well, I'm going to do my video. Did Ed call you? He tried calling you last night, and he said it went to voicemail. So you might want to call him. But anyway, here's all the DSP. My husband got me sidetracked. He's not usually home right now, and I usually try not to make conversation elsewhere but here, but I had to see what was going on for sure. So, anyway, that is the DSP. So here's my 4 cards, and they are easy. So I'm going to change cameras here, and I'm going to bring the camera down because we are not die cutting or anything today. See if that'll get into focus. You see my computer there because I kind of put it over that spot that's right there. And then this camera, this light can go over back that way, maybe out of the way, so that I don't have all that glare. It drives me crazy, and then I just knocked my camera crazy. So anyway, so somebody likes catalogs too. I also want to ask you guys, that reminded me, if you don't mind sharing my video, that really helps me in the long run, just to get people to watch. And that's what we want. We want to share our love for stamping. And so I'd really like for you to do that. And I know I have a lot of people in here. And if you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, let me know. I'd love to be that person for you. If you'd like to join a team, I would like to be your leader in that too. So just a lot of things going on. And also another thing, and I've thought about this with my email list for my newsletters. If you are not on my newsletter list, if you would send me a private message with your email address, if you would like for me to add you to that, I would do that, because we have gotten tons of new members since I've done anything like that. Okay, back to cards. Here's my 4 cards I'm going to do. Now, this is all using Masterfully Made and the Heartfelt Hexagon stamp set, because this is going out and I've not used it a lot, so I thought I am going to use this. And but the stamp set's going out, but the punch, I'll move this over here out of my way. The punch is staying, this punch, because it can be used for a lot of different things. It doesn't have to go with this stamp set. But the stamp set's leaving, the punch is staying. So I did some cards with both in case you happen to have gotten them as a bundle and then didn't do a lot with it. So this will be one. Here's the 4 cards. This one. Oh, where'd I go? That was weird. My phone, my, okay, I'm confused. My camera went offline for a minute. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. How sad. My condolences to you. Well, I'm making a sympathy card. I'm doing all the little sayings that's in there. So we have a sympathy card. Then we're going to do sending you lots of love and hugs, which could be a sympathy card. And then I did let's eat cake. Just a very colorful card. It's not got candles or anything on it, but it's colorful. And then I hope your day is filled with joy. So I'm going to do these 4 cards. So if you've been with me a long time, you know what this means. If I do 4 cards, I mail 4 cards. So that means I will pick 4 winners today. So make sure that you comment in the comments, because that's how I get my names for my wheel to spin to pick my winners. Okay. So anyway, now I'm going to put them back in the order that I'm going to do them, because I already got the cardstock in this order, because I like to kind of be organized, but I'm not always. So I will tell you, I have a PDF. Here's the PDF. It's not like my usual PDFs, girls, because it's 4 cards. They're very simple cards. So what I did was I put the measurements in here. Card number 1, which is this, tells you all the measurements, and I say follow the picture, because you can look at the picture and see where the cardstock and the papers go. So that's how I did all the cards. So you got card 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then I did a bigger picture of all of them together that you can see. So that's how I did that. Because I think I would have been just repeating myself on like lay this color here and that color there. This way you can use any colors and you just know what sizes to cut everything, okay? So let's go to the first card. I got them laying up here on my computer. And of course, I'm going to go ahead and try to tell you what I used. I got papers cut all different directions, so I'm going to have to look at my PDF. So this is, of course, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4 and folded. This is 2 inches by, let me see, 2 inches by 4 3/4 is what this is, and I'm just going to see which way I like it to lay. I'm going to lay it down. Here's a new little tool I got. I saw Lisa Curcio talking about this, and I thought, oh, that would save squeezing a bottle with my hands. And it's on my sweet petunia. Works really good. It's a glue gun for the little, well, she has her own design of bottle, which is a big bottle, if you can see. And it comes with her glue, but she sends an extra bottle. And then once I'm done with this glue, I will use my green glue again. And the reason being is because this stuff is so thick, it dries way too fast for me. And this is, I'm going to have to lay my cheat sheet right here. This is 2.5 by 4. No, this is 2 by 4 and 3. No, this is 2.5 by 4. And this is 2 5/8 by 4 1/8. So I'm just going to have a small edge around there. So we're going to glue that on. Oh. So I'm just going to take this and glue that right to my little piece of cardstock. And that's Berry Burst that I'm using with these roses. I love this paper. Better cut up into small pieces than I do like the bigger pieces. No, the green bottle's too narrow for that. But this comes with an empty bottle that you can just fill it up with the green glue. And that's what I did. And okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to pop this up. Because I like dimensions on my card. My video I'm going to tell you girls, my video will take longer today with doing 4 cards. But I thought I was doing such simple cards, I wanted to do some extra ones and be able to send some extra ones out to you guys. So I'm going to put this up this way. And I'll just stick that over here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a scrap and I'm going to stamp with the heartfelt hexagon stamps. I'm going to use the stamp that, okay, we got to scoot up. Scoot up, scoot back, scoot up. Why everything? I had such a mess last night. I guess I didn't get everything. That's not what I wanted. I want this one. Had them in the wrong order sitting there. So I'm just going to stamp this right over here in this corner. They stamp really nice anyway. And then I'm going to put my sympathy stamp into the center of that. Just ink it up. And they fit nice. And there we go with that one. Okay, we're done stamping. And I will take the hexagon punch And then just line that up the best I can, because I'm not always real good at this. And punch. And I went ahead and punched a one out of Berry Burst, and I'm going to cut that in half. And so I'm just going to add some glue right here. And add that to one side of my card. And then I'll add glue to this one. And add it over here. I just want to give a little color behind the scenes right there. And then I'm just going to add some a glue dot over to this side. And I'll add a little bit of glue to this side. And add that to my card. I'm going to make a bow. This ribbon's actually going to be carried over. I think it's so pretty. So I'm going to make a quick bow, girls. And when I want my ribbons to make sure that the tails are at the same end, I hold my thumb right here, and I make my loop up here and catch that with my thumb. And then I pull it through my center loop. And that way, my tails are down at the bottom, and I just work that bow. Because you know you got to work it down, because one side gets larger than the other. And I just work that down to about the size I want it. Pull on it. And then trim my little tails. Actually needed that a little bit shorter. And I go ahead and I put my bows on with glue dots. And what I do, so that that knot stays tied, I put two on here. One to each side of that little knot, so it holds it to the ribbon, and it's not just on the knot. And then I will take and add that down here. So there's my bow. I'm going to take a couple little rhinestones, and I'm just using the basic jewels on my card. So nothing fancy. I think I'm going to do it this way this time, just a little opposite. And I also just took a scrap, and I did not care really what the size of that was. I had a scrappy piece left when I was cutting all my stuff, and I'm going to glue that to the center, or the inside the center. My card doesn't have a center. It's an inside and an outside. So I'm just going to glue that right there, just to add some color to the inside of my card. Okay, there's card number 1 done. And what I'm going to do is what I try to do all the time after I'm done, is I burnish it again so it stays closed good. So there's card number 1. Let's move little card number 1 out of my way. Here is card number 2, simple, simple, simple card. And I am using Sweet Sorbet. Because you know, whoops, Sweet Sorbet is going to go out of, it's leaving this year. It's one of the retiring in colors. So, of course, we got our card the same size as the first card. We got a piece of DSP that measures 5 1/4 by 4. We're just going to stick that on. This is about the fastest card known to man. So I'm just going to stick this one. Then I'm going to take a piece of vellum, and my vellum's 4 3/4 by 3 1/2, and I'm going to stick that on the center. But you know vellum, it shows your adhesive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of Stampin' Seal right here in the center of that. If I can get it to work. Come on. There we go. Because I will be putting my saying over that. So I'm just going to do that and add it to the front. And see when you see how you can see that? So we want to cover that up, right? So here's our card. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, this is my inside. Let's go ahead and glue that in there, or I might be punching something out of it. All of my cardstock that my white that I'm using, not that you have to, is the thick because I ran out of regular white cardstock. I thought I had some and nope. So I have it on order. It's coming. So I have to use my thick for everything I'm doing right now. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our sample piece again, or our scrap piece, I should say. And I'm going to take the same stamp that we used, the border stamp for that. Tell you what, I lost where I set my chamois. I had to wash my chamois last night. Oh my goodness. It's kind of crazy what you have. So I'm stamping this in Night of Navy because I thought it really went well with the paper and a contrast against the sweet sorbet. So let's go ahead and we'll stamp that right over here. We have room. I'll go ahead and clean that in case I use it again, which I think I will. And then we are going to use the Sending Hugs, and I'm doing that also in the Night of Navy. So that's all stamped. I love the way that one fits in there. It really fills it up and looks nice. I like that. So let me move the navy ink out of my way. Get my punch. And punch this out. And there again. I'm not the best one to line these up sometimes. Then I get them about where I want them, and then I go to punch them and it slips. So that's how I do things. And then what I used also was the bow punch. And I just punched the large leaf. And I already punched those. I just wanted to show you that the bow punch is being carried over also. So, and I have 3 of those. They're right here. See how organized I am? If you believe that. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 of them. And I'm just going to lay them on my card. I don't have to be real fancy about this. If you like to be really get it all centered on there, really well, but it's just leaves. And leaves have a mind of their own sometimes. And I'm taking a tiny piece of Scotch tape because I found that easier to use. And I'm just going to put that right across those leaves to hold them down. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back here. if I can get them. There we go. So I'll stick that right over where I put my adhesives. I'm going to take this little leaf and I'm going to add it on the inside. And what I like about this little thing is I can just put a tiny drop. It's really easy to control. And I like that. So I'm just going to stick this in this corner, let it dry. There's card number 2. Now, another thing, I did not add any bling to that, but we could let's put some on there and see how we like it. That is not on your directions, so I didn't there we go, with some bling on it too. So you can do it either way. There's not a right way or a wrong way to these things. I did, well, you know what I did afterwards, I added these little white sequins, but they don't really show up. They don't really even show up in person that well. That's why I wanted to change those. But they are not on your directions. So, okay, here comes card number 3. Card number 3 is done in landscape mode, but it's this card's cut the exact same size. Now I'm going to mess with your, is this the one I mess with your brain? Might be. Nope. These are 1 and I should have 5 of these. I only see 4. Oh, here we go. Here we go. They go like this. He goes here, here, no, here and here. What is this one? Depends on how you cut it. This goes over here. I don't know where it goes. Because this one matches better. I think these two are the same. Oh, well, we're going to put it at the end. Well, actually, I'm going to, yep, put it at the end. We're going to have part of it covered up anyway. So what I did was I took my 4 pieces. My 5th one's going to go on the inside. You know, when you start ad-libbing making cards, you just don't really worry about how they're going to turn out if you're ad-libbing, because everything's going to come out okay in the end. You're going to make it work. So I got that. Then I took a Lost Lagoon circle, and this is a 2 3/8 circle punch, and it's going to be staying also. So that's going to go about right there. We're going to, once again, I should have another piece of white. I do. we are going to take and do the Let's Eat Cake. This little, if you notice, this just has the little dots around it. You have to be careful when you're inking that up because they'll get real, can you, wait a minute, I gotta read, never, yeah, Marco's, I don't know if you can order online. Not sure. I've not been to Marco's in years. Well, since I've been selling Stampin' Up, I'll just put it that way. We do sell vellum, but it is going to be discontinued. Or retire, I should say, at the end of April. When the catalog goes out. So you just want to push this down and lift it up. Do it ever so lightly or it gets really muted. And we're going to do Let's Eat Cake. I ordered me some extra vellum. I love vellum, and I don't know why. And some of their stuff that they are discontinuing is actually going to go onto online exclusives. So I'm hoping that's where the vellum goes to. So there we go with Let's Eat Cake. We're done with Lost Lagoon now. And also on our card, before I forget, I'm going to go ahead and put this little piece on my inside. My husband's up there working on the bathroom. I don't know what he's doing. Sounds like he's drilling something scary. I want my bathroom done so bad. There we go. So we have a piece on the inside. Let's go ahead and use our punch. Where did I set it? Here's the circle that we used, and here's the bow punch. Now where's the other? Oh, I see it. If you guys would see my desk behind me, it's a good thing you can't see it. It is one hot mess. Oh, goodness. I'm getting ready for my event that is on Saturday the 6th at the church. And I have paper strewn everywhere. I'm trying to get that one lined up. There we go. I think I might have it. And that will go right there. Let's move that out of the way. We don't want that big honking thing in the way. I am going to use dimensionals again. I have to have things pop up or I don't think it's right. So let's get it popped up, and then I'm going to tie a bow. It's going to be a little different than what I did the first time. So let's put this right here to the side. There we go. And I'm going to add some, I'm using all kinds of stuff that's just going to be discontinued or whatever, go to online exclusive. I'm going to use the lemon lime twist up here. I'll use the bigger ones this time. I think I'll use a big one and a little one there. And then I'll use a big one. If I can get it to go. There we go. Right here. Alright, we got those. I'm going to be using those again. I'm not putting them back in the bag. Now I'm going to take this ribbon here. It's going to be gone. It's the lemon lime twist. Came with a pale, or the petal pink in a duo pack. I am going to make this long enough like this. I'm going to cut it, and I'll cut that in half. I'm going to make sure I'm holding both of these to where they curl the same way, and I'm going to make a bow holding two pieces. I'm going to do my bow the same way as far as holding that in the middle with my thumb and flipping the middle loop over my outside loops. And then I'll pull these down. So I have my bow, and then what I can do with these is just pull my ribbons apart, my little loops. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this up. And I once again will use my dots. Now with using on this little ribbon, you kind of have to roll that dot a little bit so it doesn't show. And I just kind of will use my fingers and roll that down. Make sure it's not showing at the top or bottom of the bow. And then just stick your bow on your card. And you have a loopy little bow. So that is the third card. Off to the fourth card. And see, if I wasn't talking and stuff, these cards could go really, really fast. Now, of course, last night, I made these last night. They didn't go as fast because I was trying to figure out what size to cut paper so it'd fit on the front. I used soft seafoam on this because it did not say soft seafoam goes with it. But if you put this next to this green piece and see these light colors right in here, it matches that soft seafoam really, really well. So, and I wanted a nice contrast. So there again, I'm using my card the same size as before. I like for my cards to lay down when I'm working on them. So I will be putting this to the side here. And then I have two of the Fresh Freesia color. That's these. With the green, the Pretty Peacock that's going to go in between. And then this one's going to go onto my piece here that's going to go on the inside. So let's go ahead and do the inside first. So I'm just going to stick that on. Should fit if I cut right. Voila. I'll put that on in a minute. Let's go ahead and put these on. I'm going to start with the bigger one. I really don't do many cards like this, where I just play with DSP and cut it into sizes and do different things with it. But I have to tell you, I really enjoyed it, and that's why I ended up doing 4 cards to show you. Okay, now I'm going to take one of these and I'm going to put it over. My glue's getting gunky right there. This way I'll have my outside edges pretty well the same width apart. So that one should go there, and this one right here, and we should be good. Look at that. Aren't we fancy? Aren't we just fancy? I could get into doing cards like this. You know what? I think a lot of it is we all stay so busy that doing cards that can give us instant gratification and have them ready to mail is a good thing. I mean, I like making cards that are a lot more intricate too, but you can't make every card like that. You drive yourself crazy. So there we go with our pieces on our card front. Trying to see comments here. Yeah, well, scroll. I got brushes in my way. All right. You have a great day too. Catch the replay later. Well, we're almost done. That's a good thing. That is a good thing. So I'm going to bring my scrap back in, and now I'm going to bring in my Pretty Peacock ink, which is one of my favorite colors. You know how you get a color that you just like? This is one of them. So there we go with that. And then we are going to do this. Make sure it's all inked up. It says, I hope your day is filled with joy. That's a nice card too. You can send that for any occasion. Okay, we have that done. Let's use our punch one more time. Now we're going to go sideways. And we are going to throw that piece of paper away. Now I'm going to take ribbon. This is another thing that I have a very hard time doing, is doing ribbon like this. I never ever do this because I never think mine looks right. My focus is blurry. It might be because I'm moving fast. It's not blurry on my end. But sometimes when I move fast, it'll get blurry. Is it still blurry? Okay. I think it's when I'm moving fast, doing a lot, it makes it really blurry. So I guess I need to be slower. Slow is not a forte of mine. So I'm going to go ahead and put some Stampin' Seal on here. And I'm just going to take my ribbon. And I'm going to start here. This is the only way I could do this last night. It drove me crazy. I took this ribbon off and on, like, I don't know how many times. Too many times to tell. I want it to be able to stick. And then do it this way. See, that's where I get all messed up. It's because I don't let it get where it sticks. And then I'm going to cut it. That one's already cut, maybe. Now we're going to put dimensionals on it. And what I did with my dimensionals when I did this is I kind of put it to where it would hold the ribbons. I thought that was kind of important in case the ribbon wanted to come loose. That helped hold it down. Now I did all these cards pretty simple because I decided I wanted to do 4. You could add a lot more like dies or any kind of embellishments to it. I just kind of went easy on mine. But there's so much you could do with just using these kind of layouts. So let's use these. These are supposed to be pretty peacocks, so we're going to use them. And I think I'm going to use that. And now let's put our inside in. I always like to put a white insert in if it's a colored card, even the light colored. I just think it looks more finished. So there we go. Now let me get the 4 cards we just made. We have, there's number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. So I am going to give all 4 cards away. So I will be, after this, putting your name on my little name wheel thing that I do now. And I'll pick 4 winners. So make sure that you have left a comment, whether you're on my VIP group, or if you're on my Facebook page, or if you're on YouTube Live. You can leave a comment there. I'll go check all of them because some of these just show up Facebook user to me, and I don't know who you are this away. But when I go to the group, it'll tell me. And the reason being that is when my video comes on, there's a little thing that says to let StreamYard use your name in my thing in the video or the live stream, because they're not allowed to do that unless they have permission to do it. So they just put Facebook user, and that way I have to go back and see who you are. But if you click that little link when that video comes on the group, then we'd be able to see who you are. So I have all of this done. We have all 4 of them. I feel proud that I made 4 cards, and it's still 50 minutes. And I thought it would take me about 50 minutes. I timed that really well to do this. Now, remember that you can go and get the PDF that gives you the measurements for each card. If you'll notice, it always said what card techniques on the top of my page. I changed my thing because I don't do card techniques all the time, hardly ever anymore. I changed my Tuesdays. We're going to do Tempting Tuesdays because I think I tempt you guys to try what I do, because that's what I want to do. You only have to give permission one time. It doesn't have to be all the time, every time. So, well, Betty, I'm glad to hear I wasn't blurry with you. And pick me. I bet that's Marion going, pick me, pick me. She does that a lot. I think it's funny. So anyway, here is the here's what the PDF looks like. Totally different than what I usually do because I put everything in a text box with the picture right next to it, since there's different cards, and that way you know what sizes go with what. You like Tempting Tuesday? I do too. Last night I was thinking, I thought, I'm getting tired of that saying card techniques, because it's not always card technique. Do you know if the green glue bottle will work in your fancy glue gadget? It does not work, because let me take this bottle out and I will show you the difference. Let me get a green glue bottle here. I will show you. You can get a visual of this. See the difference in the sizes of them? So if I put this in here, it just flops around. It doesn't hold it. But when you order this, you get one of these bottles filled with glue, and then you get an extra bottle that is empty. And so my thing of it is I don't want to waste glue. I'm going to use their glue this time. Um, but I'm going to take my green glue bottles and fill up. And I think it'll take maybe 2 glue bottles to fill this one up. But I am going to go back to my green glue. I like my green glue better. But I can't see wasting glue because this one works really well too. Yep, there's the stand. Here's the lid. You can put this back on. It's got one of those little needles in there, so you got to get it lined up, which takes me forever. And then if you can see down here, there's a little red thing right down here. And that is like a cushion. So when you put this in here, that tip lays on that cushion, so your glue, they say, doesn't dry out. If it does, if it's kind of hard, then all you got to do is put this on. If I do it right-handed, like, and not drop, well, now I lost the lid. Never mind, girls. Oh, there it is. Jeez. That's why I don't go in China shops and stuff, guys. I am just a hot mess. But you just push that back on, and then it clears it out. But that holds there. I got this at My Sweet Petunia. That's who sells it. And you just scroll down, and it's a glue gun. I will tell you, it's $34.99, which I thought, when I looked at it, I thought, oh, I don't want to pay $34.99 for it. But I tell you what, you can get the thinnest. You can get a thinner line than you can with that other bottle, even, because you can get this line all the way out really, really thin. See how thin I got it? And then you can just do dots like that. Let me hold them up so you can see them. Because they're real small, and that helps with the die cutting. And that's why I got it. That's what sold me. And I've been using it ever since I got it. This glue is thicker, so therefore it grabs hold of your paper faster. And I'm used to my green glue giving me a little bit of wiggle room. So that's why I want to go back to my green glue, but I got to use this bottle up. I'm not going to spend $34.99 and not use the glue that came with it because it works well. And I'm not trying to promote it or anything. I'm just telling you about it because I like it. Not that I get anything for any promotion or anything, but that's where it comes from. And that's the only place I've seen it is on their site. I went to Amazon and put it in, and I couldn't find it on Amazon. I tell you what, Mary, the Nuvo glue is good, and probably if I got used to it, I would like it more. But I'm used to being able to just kind of wiggle that around a little bit, and with the that glue, I don't have as much time to do that, and I'm trying to be quick, you know. But anyway, I am going to get off of here. I just wanted to come and show these. I will get these off. I got another thing I have to do. I think I have a Zoom at 11, so I'm going to go check that out and see if it's going to be there or not. And if not, then I'll pick my winners and be able to get these out in the mail today. Okay? Um, oh, Marion's trying to use up her open glue bottles. I just squirted all my open glue bottles into my little glue thing because it takes a lot. So that's where all my little ones went. So I still have that to use up too. Lots of glue, lots of glue. Love it. See all you guys later, and you guys have a great week, okay? Talk to you later. Bye.